Hi everyone, Rob Vigastella, co-founder of the Stromlo Running Festival, and welcome to the 14th edition of the Running Festival. Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge country. I'd like to pay respects to the traditional custodians of the lands that we'll be participating on over the weekend, and that's the Ngunnawal and Ngambri peoples. I'd like to pay respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, on behalf of all of our runners, all of our staff, volunteers and participants that will be out there over the weekend. Really looking forward to a massive weekend, 2 days now, 6 events, expecting close to 3,000 runners and participants out there over the weekend. So it's wonderful to see the event growing and continuing to celebrate the strength, resilience, courage and community that we saw come together after those terrible, devastating bushfires way back in 2003. So that's what the event was born from, and it's wonderful to see the event continuing to soar, get bigger and better, and provide these incredible opportunities to all of our participants out there. Also like to acknowledge that the event is supporting my Indigenous Marathon Foundation that uses running to create Indigenous leaders and champions and promote a healthy, active life for our First Nations people. So look forward to seeing everyone out there over the weekend and have a great final preparation.
Thanks, Rob. Welcome everyone to the 14th Stromlo Running Festival. I'm Mel Bingley, I'm your race director, and I'm also an avid trail runner, amateur. It's a record year for Stromlo this year, record participants, record first timers to Stromlo Running Festival. Welcome. We have 2 new courses, a 5 and a 15 kilometre, giving more of the community a chance to dip their toe into trail running, which I love, and all the way up to ticking that bucket list ultra. Now, you know it's getting really close when the virtual runners video drops, but everything I'm about to touch on is also detailed out in the event guide, which you can read and download at our website, stromlo.com.au. Download it, have a cup of tea, have a good read. The key word this year is plan. Plan your best event experience. What I like to say is control what you can control. You never know what's going to happen on race day in terms of nutrition, hydration. Sometimes it's your day, sometimes, who knows, the weather. But plan what you can plan and control what you can control. Most importantly, I really want you to take note of pages 14 to 17. Plan your transport. The best possible way to attend is to arrange a drop-off and pick-up. The parking is limited out at Stromlo Forest Park. So with your drop-off and pick-up, please be efficient when you're exiting and entering the vehicles so we can keep that traffic flow going. We definitely don't want any stress or anxiety linked to timing. There will be marshals in place, and as soon as that limited parking next to the park is full, they will be waving on cars. We do expect that to be very early. So again, plan your best event experience, arrange a drop-off or pick-up. Please also respect Stromlo Leisure Centre, who are very kindly accommodating us into their overflow car park. Don't park in the users' car park. That is just for the Leisure Centre's users. There again will be signage. For the safety of every participant and the well-being of people on course, for locals, you will know the current entry into Stromlo Park is via Holdens Creek Road. That gate will be closed because it is on our course. We run on Holdens Creek Road, as will the Handlebar Cafe. So we don't want any cars on our course, and that section of Stromlo Forest Park will be closed. In saying that, make sure you allow ample time. So if you haven't done a pickup of your bib beforehand, make sure that you allow that extra time. You allow yourself time to, calm the nerves, go to the loo, whatever you need to do as your race ritual. Have that coffee. We will have a coffee truck on site, but again, control what you can control. At the event hub where all the action will be centered, arrive race ready. Again, that's that keyword is plan. You'll be asked to muster at the start line 5 minutes before the start of your race. And we ask that you self-seed. So what I mean by that is if you're planning to run competitively or you're a much faster runner, just jump up to the front of the line. If you're like me and you like a little bit of a chase even, jump at the back. The time will start when you cross that timer's mat. Our wonderful timer, Martin Fryer, has asked, please suggest that you start your GPS just after you cross that digital timing mat, just so we don't get any interference in your first chip time read. All right, that's just a tip from the professional. Our brilliant first aid team will be back on course from Get First Aid. So they will be stationed throughout the course. Within the event guide, there is a number that you can save if you need emergency first aid. And you can also see on your course descriptions on the map where that advanced first aid will be. As mentioned, plan, stay hydrated, run to the conditions, look out for each other. If you see another runner in distress, and I really do impress this on you as trail runners, we're lovers, we are kind, we are considerate. Please stop if you see another runner in distress. Note the time that you stop and the time taken to provide that support. I will credit you that time back, okay? Please stay with them until we make sure that they are okay. They continue on, which can happen after a break, or we can get them off the trails, okay? That gets me onto mandatory gear. So we have this in place for a reason. We have it in place for your well-being. Again, you never know how your run is going to be on the day. We also have it in place for the safety and well-being of others, okay? It's very simple gear, mobile phone, a snake bandage. If you live anywhere in Canberra and surrounds, and even if you're an avid trail runner anywhere else interstate, welcome. Snakes are out and about. So it's probably unlikely you will see them. They won't like the noise. They won't like that rumbling of the runners, but keep a snake bandage on you. It is there. Again, it's just 100% precaution. The exact stuff that you need in mandatory gear, including your water capacity that you must carry, is in the event guide, and it's also online, okay? Make sure you check that out. That is there for your safety and the well-being of everyone around you. And it also forms part of our risk management and safety plan. That's our insurance, okay? Moving on to that. Again, with that mandatory gear and planning, those competitive runners, when you come into place, we will be checking them. So those preliminary live results, we will be checking as you come across. Final results will be within the next 24 to 48 hours after we finish the race, but you will be able to find provisional live results immediately online, again, stromlo.com.au. Like I did say before, run to the conditions, and that also means dressing. We live in Australia, let's slip, slop, slap, and prepare for a warm day, particularly 50K ultra runners. When you're out on the single track in the Arboretum, just mind your footing. We know this is your bag, you're prepared, but we can get caught up in the moment. So just watch your footing there. It is absolutely spectacular. So do make sure you also look up as you look down too. Stromlo Running Festival is a cup-free event. We don't do disposable cups. We don't do throwaway cups. So just make sure, again, plan. There will be water and electrolytes on course that you can fill up. So know where those aid stations are. Make sure you're carrying capacity. It is going to be warm on the trails, particularly on our Saturday. For our Saturday runners running into the heat of the day around midday, you do want to be carrying that water capacity and know where your next fill up point is. The beauty of where we are is we are immersed in nature. So we are surrounded by that beautiful wildlife, flora and fauna, kangaroos, echidnas, spot it all. Again, like I said, there are snakes, so be alert. Don't eat any of the flora on course. I know there are wild berries there that could look quite refreshing. Do not eat them. It sort of seems a bit self-explanatory, but it's worthwhile mentioning. Don't eat the berries. In terms of course marking, our wonderful Ops Director, Steve Bingley, will be course marking again. So he always course marks very well. You will know that it's a course, you're on course, you'll see pink tape. You'll always be able to see some pink tape ahead of you. Black arrows will also help you guide the direction you should be running in. Red crosses will tell you you are going in the wrong direction, and they will be at any potential offshoot of the course that you could misinterpret as going the wrong way. So do not cross the red cross. At critical junctures, there'll also be big signs, big yellow signs with arrows and your distance. They'll be at really critical junction points that you don't want to miss. So again, run carefree, enjoy your run, but be alert at those critical juncture points. We will have the whole of the park. That doesn't mean that you might not come across another user who doesn't follow socials or is not online, doesn't know that we're on. Please give them the right of way. You know, that is a horse, that is a bike rider, that is another pedestrian. We are polite, lovely trail runners, so let's keep up that reputation. Stromlo Forest Park is also a zero waste facility. There will be some bins, recycling predominantly in the event hub. Please take all your rubbish with you on course. We want to keep being able to use Stromlo Forest Park, and we want to preserve it for the generations to come. So please leave only footprints and take only memories and your rubbish. This is just the most wonderful community event, and it's organised by the community. I live locally to Stromlo Forest Park. It's supported by the community. Look after yourself, have fun on the trails, be kind and courteous to each other. Don't forget to smile. We have photographers on course who will be capturing your event memories. Those photos will be free to download and share with your loved ones. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to jump if you want to keep that tradition going. And lastly, this is so close to my heart. Thank you to our wonderful supporters, partners, venues, most importantly, our amazing volunteer team, people that come back year after year to support you. They love being part of this race. They love seeing you do amazing things on the trails. We couldn't do it without them. There is over 100 volunteer positions that are filled by community members, both locally and visiting. We are really, really grateful for your time. I hope you enjoy this weekend. I'm getting really excited. I feel really proud already of all your accomplishments leading up to that start line. Remember, that is the biggest journey in itself to get to the start line. Enjoy this race. It has got a great community vibe. The medal this year is something pretty special, inspired by the trails, that beautiful nature palette. So that will be waiting for you at the finish line, as will some ice cold refreshments. And now I'm going to hand you over to Ryan Deal, Director of Get First Aid, just for a few quick words about your health and well-being and how they'll be supporting you on the day. See you.
We're really excited to be looking after you. Just a couple of very important things. Make sure you do not preload a lot of Nurofen or Panol before your race. Make sure you run to the conditions, keep hydrated, and if you do require support, remember we are here to help you. We look forward to seeing you at race day. Remember, be safe. See you all soon.